It's time for rapid fire. Today, I have 15 super fast tips for you to achieve higher quality video with your iPhone. We're going to look at camera settings, some little things that often get overlooked, and then some additional equipment recommendations if you would like to take the next step and further enhance the production quality of your videos. Any equipment I talk about will be linked in the description below, and you can also find timestamps for each tip. Let's go. The first thing to decide when you're filming with your iPhone is if you're going to use the front or rear camera. I'm currently using the iPhone 13 and its front camera can even record 4K footage, so that is pretty darn impressive. But still, in most phones, the rear camera will give you a higher quality image. And if you don't have someone there to help you frame your shot and press record, there are a few creative ways you can set up your camera and film by yourself. The first way is if you have an Apple Watch, you can go into the camera app, which can mirror and control your camera app on your phone. You can check your shot, set the autofocus and exposure lock, and start and stop recording all from your watch. If you don't have an Apple Watch, you could literally set up a mirror so you can monitor what's going on your phone screen and just reach around and hit record. I recommend always filming with the highest resolution available to you because you can always decrease the resolution and file size, but you can never add more data. I'd recommend filming in 4K and then editing and uploading your video in HD 1080p so you can achieve a higher quality image. You can change the resolution settings in the corner here, or go into your camera settings and select the default record option you would like to use all the time so you don't have to worry about forgetting to change it every time you record. Another camera setting I want to make you aware of is the high efficiency versus most compatible file capture formats. I'd recommend changing it to most compatible if you're planning on editing on a computer, because this will capture the files in a standard H.264 format that is compatible with the majority of editing software, whereas high efficiency will record the files in HEVC format, which may not be able to be converted and read by some systems. This does disable the options for cinematic mode and HDR video, but say you're creating videos for YouTube, it's best to use a standard video format anyway. If you choose to use the front camera, make sure you look at the camera lens itself and not at your reflection in the shot. You want to make eye contact with your viewer and make it look like you're speaking directly to them, as looking at yourself will move your eyes off to the side like this and you'll lose that connection. This one may sound really obvious, but can you actually remember the last time you cleaned your phone screen properly, let alone wiped your camera lens? Wipe your camera with a microfiber cloth or something soft that won't scratch the lens to avoid any blurriness or spots on your footage. Video files can take up a lot of space, especially if you decide to film in 4K. So check how much storage you have left on your phone before you start recording, and maybe do a backup and offload old videos and photos to free up more space. The last thing you want is your phone to go flat halfway through a recording, because best case, you'll just have to plug it in and continue. But worst case is the file won't write properly to the device and save correctly if it goes flat mid-record, and you'll have to redo everything you've already filmed. So make sure your phone is fully charged before you start. If you're going to make one purchase to enhance your video recording with your iPhone, make that purchase an external microphone. People often tolerate low quality pictures, but it's far less likely they'll watch a video with poor quality audio that's full of hissing, buzzing, and all kinds of annoying sounds. Two microphone options I love are the Rode SmartLav Plus, which plugs into the bottom of your iPhone with a lightning to headphone jack adapter, or if you're looking for a wireless option, the Rode Wireless Go 2 is a fantastic microphone. I'm using it right now to record this video, and I have dedicated videos for both of these options in the cards, as well as links for you to check them out in the description. If you're looking for a shotgun style microphone that might be better if you're creating vlogs or walking and talking style videos, then the Rode Video Micro is also a great option. Now to stabilize your iPhone. To start off, you could rest your phone on a stack of books to do your recording, but I'd recommend purchasing a phone tripod if you're doing sit-down videos like this, a GorillaPod that you can move around and position anywhere you like, or a phone gimbal if you're going to be more active out and about filming your videos. A stable camera looks much more professional, and it's much easier for your audience to watch than a shot that's constantly got the shakes. Now that you have your phone set up on your tripod, gimbal, or GorillaPod, you ideally want to position the lens at eye level or slightly above so that it gives you a flattering face shape and jawline. If you position it too low, your viewer will be looking straight at your chin and up your nostrils, and if you position it too high, it may make it look like you have a massive forehead and the shot might look distorted. If you don't have any lighting equipment, that is perfectly okay. You can film your videos using the light from a window. Natural lighting is one of the most flattering light sources. The only issue is its unpredictability, and you're potentially limited to filming at a particular time of day. Choose a well-lit room in your location and sit close to the main light source so that you are the brightest object in the room. To achieve a more advanced and cinematic look in just 3 seconds, instead of facing straight on to your light source, rotate about 30 degrees away to create some depth and light fall off on one side of your face. You can get small and inexpensive LED panels for some extra light lift, right up to a full 3-point lighting setup, depending on how much control you'd like to have. If you'd like to explore this further, you guessed it, more info in the description. By setting the auto exposure and autofocus lock in your camera, you can make sure your phone isn't changing the exposure and color temperature if clouds come over, or that it doesn't jump to focus on something in the background, like if your cat decides to jump up on your couch. Tap and hold where you'd like it to focus and expose for, and the AE/AF lock will snap onto the spot as indicated by the yellow box, and this will lock your camera's focus, exposure, and color temperature. You can slide the little sun icon up and down with your finger to increase and decrease the exposure to a setting you're happy with. You can also set this on your watch by tapping and holding on the screen. I'd recommend turning on flight mode while you're recording so you don't have any interruptions, not only because you may have to jump in and out of filming, but if you do receive a phone call while you're recording, there is a risk of losing your current video file due to the interruption. If you decide you want to get even more advanced, there are apps like VistaCam and Moment, which will give you access to DSLR-like settings such as shutter speed, aperture, and ISO, as well as a whole heap of other tools and meters like audio level meters, waveform monitor, you name it. So check those out below. And the final tip is film a test video with everything set up and then watch it back to make sure you're happy before you record the real thing. You wouldn't want to get 30 minutes into a record session to realize that the microphone wasn't plugged in properly, or there was something weird going on in the background, or you were recording in the completely wrong settings. So do a test record of yourself talking for about 10 seconds and make sure everything is looking good. I hope these tips help you to film higher quality videos with your iPhone so you can get your message out to the person who needs to hear it. I'd love to know what stage of the video creation journey you're at and what videos would be most helpful for you. So let me know in the comments below. Check out these videos for more ideas, and I'll see you in the next one.